There are so many farming sims out this month, but how do you know which one is right for you? In this video, I highlight details about the games from platform to pricing to game mechanics to romance and more, in order to help you figure out which game or games you should pick up. Because not all farming games are made alike, and there might be some in this list that are better for you than others. So before we start, I did want to say that some of these games I have not played because they haven't been released or I haven't gotten to them yet, but I did my research. I tried to figure out as much as I could about the games to help you determine if the game is right for you or not. And if you still aren't sure after watching this video if you should get a game or not, then you should definitely follow Twitch streamers like me or YouTubers like me to get some extra gameplay to watch on a stream. So please consider doing that, or checking out some other awesome channels on YouTube and Twitch to watch some of the gameplay, because that's definitely really helpful for me sometimes when determining if I want to play a game or not. But now, starting with Rune Factory 3. Rune Factory 3 released September 5th, 2023, and in this game, you step into the shoes of Micah, who is the protagonist. Micah is a young man with amnesia and the mysterious ability to transform into a sheep-like monster called a woolly, as he searches for a way for humans and monsters to coexist. So this is a typical storyline that goes with the Rune Factory games, and so if you've played them before, you probably know that, but let's continue. You master swords, spears, hammers, and even magic to take on powerful monsters, recruit townsfolk, and monsters alike to explore treacherous dungeons. Relax after a long day of adventuring with activities including farming, fishing, and more. Discover the many varieties of magic seeds which grow into strange crops that aid in your adventure in fun and exciting ways. Meet 11 lovely bachelorettes, the most in series history. Learn more about them through daily conversations and quests. Fall in love, then pop the question and get married. Before you know it, you'll have a wonderful family to join in on your adventures. Rune Factory 3 was originally released on the Nintendo DS in 2009. So for platforms, one of them is the Nintendo DS. But this Rune Factory 3 is called Rune Factory 3 Special because there are some things that they added, because it's a remaster for the Switch. This game is also, like I said, on Nintendo Switch, and it's also going to be on Steam. And I couldn't find it on other platforms, but typically these games end up going to Game Pass and other systems as well. But right now I only saw that it was going to Switch and Steam. For the price point / affordability, Rune Factory 3 Special is $39.99 for the standard edition and $49.99 for the deluxe edition. The deluxe edition features the swimsuit mode in the game, where all the characters can be changed to wear their swimsuits for the remainder of the game. You can turn this off or on in the trophy mode, but I don't know if that's worth $10 more to play this game. Let me know your thoughts about that. If you really love the characters from this game, then maybe, but I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't really want to see them in their swimsuits the whole game, but that's just me. So let me know your thoughts on that. So some of the things that are new in the remaster are similar to the Rune Factory 4 Special remaster. So that would be newlywed mode, where after you marry a candidate, you can go on standalone adventures with the marriage candidates. There's also a hell difficulty included in the game to challenge the veteran players, it says. So yeah, some things that you should know about this game are there's no multiplayer in this game. It's a single player experience. You can only be Micah, who is the male character, and he also has another form as a woolly, which you can change to later on in the game. You can only marry female bachelorettes because this game was from 2009, before they had same-sex marriage options in this game series, I believe. The graphics of this game are amazing, but the character portraits do make up for that a little bit, because they are absolutely adorable anime-style character portraits that I really like. I love the character designs in the Rune Factory series. I think they're really cute. This game has the most marriage candidates of any Rune Factory series, it says, so that's really exciting if you want to have a lot of options and you're okay with marrying the female characters. I feel like a lot of players tend to go for the female players anyway, so when it comes to romancing, so maybe that's not a big deal, but just for you to know. The farming mechanics in this game are pretty classic. You have to swap between your tools in order to till the soil and do all that stuff, plant your crops, plant your seeds as you're walking through. You can throw things into the shipping bin. You can clear your branches, rocks, and all of that. It also has fishing and caring for monsters, which sometimes look like farm animals, but you find the monsters that you take care of from the combat parts of the game where you have to tame them and bring them home. They can fight with you as well as be taken care of as animals in your barn. The story of this game is driven through the RPG action combat, so be aware that there may be some grinding to get better weapons and materials and things like that, as it does take on the action RPG elements. You have to go into combat to advance the story, as far as I know. So is this game for you? This game is for you if you love the Rune Factory series. Then I assume you've probably already pre-ordered this one, so you already know. But for others who haven't played it, it's for you if you like story-led RPG action combat, if you're okay with playing as a male character protagonist and marrying females in the game, or you don't even have to choose to romance if you don't want to, but it's a fun part of the game. You should do it. You should play this one if you're okay with paying $40 for a game that was remastered from 2009 from the DS to the Nintendo Switch. This game is for you if you don't mind that it's not a brand new up-and-coming farming sim that's going to change your life. You might have to go backwards in terms of some of the newer upcoming farming sim mechanics that are available now. But one thing to note is that the NPCs in Rune Factory games tend to have a lot of dialogue and are very, very charming. So if you like that type of thing, then maybe you should check out Rune Factory 3 Special. The next game is Fae Farm, which released on September 8th, 2023, and I made a video already on my first impressions of this game, which some things have already changed a little bit, but most of it still stands true, so please go check out that video if you haven't. So for the story of this game, you find a message in a bottle asking you to find Azoria. Your ship gets sucked into a whirlpool and you wash up on Azoria, taking on the role of a farmer, but also helping to restore Azoria and find out what is causing the whirlpools and some other strange phenomenon to occur. So that's the gist of the storyline for Fae Farm and how you start your farming journey in this game. Fae Farm has 2 price points on Steam and 1 on Nintendo Switch, and those are the 2 platforms that it is on. It is not on any other platforms but Nintendo Switch and PC. So if you have other systems and you want to play it on that, then this one's not the one for you probably because you don't have those. On Steam, this game is $39.99 for the standard edition and it's $59.99 for the deluxe edition. Gives you 2 extended content packs that are coming in the future, as well as the original soundtrack. If you want to play multiplayer, you can do that in this game with up to 3 other players, and you can also just play this game as a single player. This game has great modern farming mechanics that I really like, such as tools not taking up space in your backpack. The farm tools auto swap between depending on what you walk up to. So if you walk up to, it'll auto swap to your axe. If you walk up to a rock, it'll auto swap to your pickaxe. If you're walking near crops, it'll auto swap to your watering can, and so forth. The only tools you have to switch between in this game are your fishing rod, your bug net, and your weapon. Some people like these graphics and some don't. I do think the characters look a little bit funny, and some people do think this game style looks very childish. But this game is very fun. Don't let that stuff hold you back from this game. I think this game is extremely awesome so far, and I'm really liking it. This game does have combat as well. The combat is in the mines so far from what I've experienced in my gameplay. I've only done the first mine and it hasn't been too difficult so far. A lot of the beginning portions of this game seem pretty easy, but as the game continues, there is so much that you can do. There's a bunch of tables you can make for crafting, for cooking, for making lumber, for all of that stuff. You get to decorate your house in this game. If you like that aspect of games, there's a ton of cozy furniture that you can craft, and the crafting is very easy. There's nobody in this game that's gonna be doing boom, 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 bam, 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 bam. You can make things very easily and quickly with the crafting, which is really nice. The fishing in this game is a little bit of a headache. I find that the fishing's kind of hard to do. There's been times that maybe it was easier than other times, but I don't know, it was kind of hard. So I don't love the fishing. This game has 6 marriage candidates, 3 of which are human and 3 of which are Fae characters. So is Fae Farm for you? If you have a Switch and you can afford $60 for this game, or you have a PC and you can afford a $40 to $60 price tag. This game is also for you if you want to play multiplayer, up to 3 friends in your game. This game is for you if you want to be able to romance, you enjoy classic farming sim style with new and updated mechanics that make the game very easy, and you like the elements of fishing, farming, and mining with a big emphasis on actually being a farming focused game. You have to be okay with some combat to play this game, and something that might be a deal breaker for you is that the NPCs don't seem to have a ton of life to them, even the marriage candidates. The next farming sim is not released yet, but it is releasing this month on September 20th, 2023, and it's called Moonstone Island. I got to play the demo of this during Steam Next Fest, and I believe I included my thoughts in a previous video where I ranked all the games I played in 2023 so far, so if you want to check that out, I'll also put that in the little info thingy up here. So the story of Moonstone Island is that you are following your village's tradition. You must move to an island in the sky to complete your alchemy training. Armed with a team of nature spirits, magical potions, and the support of your new friends, you'll explore ancient temples, dangerous dungeons, and hostile biomes to uncover the dark secret of Moonstone Island. Moonstone Island is a creature collecting sim set in an open world with 100 islands to explore. Make friends, brew potions, collect spirits, and test your strength in card-based encounters complete your alchemy training. Moonstone Island is only going to be on PC to start, but they're hoping to get it onto Game Pass, and they're working on a Switch release, but that would have to be farther along in the future. But this game is releasing, like I said, on PC on September 20th, and the price point is going to be $19.99. Some things that you should know about this game is that this one is not multiplayer, it's a single player experience. This game does have an open world style, and it also has a Pokemon mixed with like a card combat style. You collect spirits, like you collect and catch Pokemon. You do the combat turn-based, but with like cards. So I don't know what that is exactly called, but hopefully that makes sense. This game is pixel art style, which is really cute. So you're going to want to like pixel style graphics if you play this game. There are 11 romance options in this game, and you can romance any gender, and these NPC romanceable characters are so cute. Like so cute. I'll put a picture of them right here. Some of them. For the farming sim mechanics of this game, tools do not take up space in your inventory, which I always find really nice, but there will be more focus on exploration and collecting cute creatures than the farming part of the game, I believe. In this game, you can travel to different islands with your broomstick or with a little balloon, and probably some other ways as well. So I think that's really cute, and it's definitely quirky and different. So if you want something very different, I feel like this is going to be a really good option for you. And there's definitely going to be a ton in this game as it's open world. So should you buy this one? You should buy this one if you can play on PC. You have a budget of $20. This game is also for you if you like card-based, turn-based style combat, and you like Pokemon and that cute creature collecting type of thing. You should buy this game if you're okay that it doesn't place as big of a focus on the farming, but it does place a bigger focus on maybe the exploration and collecting elements, and having the option to romance an NPC. Okay, on to the next one, which is Paleo Pines. Paleo Pines, I also got to play this demo during Steam Next Fest, and it was a pretty enjoyable game. The release date for this one is September 26th, 2023. Set off on a lively adventure with your dino pal, Lucky, who you've known since she was just an egg. Find out if she is the last of her kind. The other Parasaurolophus, dinosaur type, are missing, and it's up to you and Lucky to uncover their whereabouts. Explore Paleo Pines, a charming island filled with friendly townsfolk and hidden corners. Build a new home, make friends, and unravel the island's lost history. Get ready for a journey filled with delightful discoveries alongside your trusty steed, Lucky. The demo for this game is still available, so if you're really on the fence about this one, you should definitely check out the demo. This game is going to be available on Nintendo Switch, PC, Xbox, PS4, and PS5. So in this game, you can farm using your dinosaurs and the different types. But at the start of the game, you start out with using your tools to do the farming. And the tools do take up space in your inventory, which is a bummer. But as you progress, maybe, I'm not sure, but maybe you'll be able to like take them out of your inventory and just use the different dinosaurs to farm. That's what I'm hoping for, but I'm not totally sure about that one. The graphics of this game don't impress me a ton. You'll have to decide that for yourself. Particularly the character style again is not my favorite, but that doesn't make or break a game for me typically, but it is something to note. The dinos though are very, very cute. From playing the demo, I don't think that you can actually go inside of your house and decorate it, at least for the start of the game. It's just a sleep/save point, which I thought was weird. That in a game takes away this actual feeling of like life sim for me. I like to have my own little house in the game. It makes my world feel more uniform. I don't know. But I did read in their Discord that you will be able to add decor and expand your house as you progress in the game. So maybe you'll be able to get a house and do that. Maybe it's just the demo that has it like that. I'm not really sure, but that's definitely something to consider and look into a little bit more if that's a deal breaker for you. This game, you need to tame the dinos in order to bring them home with you, and the dinosaurs take the role of the farm animals in this farming sim. You don't have your typical farming animals like cows and chickens, you have dinosaurs. So if you like dinosaurs, then you might like this game a lot. There is no romancing in this game, but their Discord did say that building up your friendships does positively impact the NPCs, and so maybe you get some story content out of that, so it's something that you still want to prioritize in the gameplay. There also is no fishing in this game. So if fishing is a big thing for you, you can't do it in this game. So for Paleo Pines, you should buy this one if you have a mid-level budget and you can spend $30 on the game. You should buy this one if you want a large focus on finding and taming the dinos. You use music to tame the dinos, which is really cool and different, and you have to feed them snacks. So that's gonna play a larger role. There's also gonna be more exploring in this game, and the farming might take a little bit of a backseat, but it's still an important part of the game. You should buy this game if you're okay that there's no romancing, that there's no fishing, and that at the start of the game, I don't think there's any in-home house decorating, but there is outdoor decorating. The next one I'm going to mention is a game that I personally won't be picking up, and you can see why in a video that I previously have on the channel, but I'm still going to help you determine if this is the right game for you. And I actually enjoyed looking into this game more, and I was very surprised to see how in-depth the story seems to be. This game also releases on September 26, 2023, and this game is called Harvest Moon: The Winds of Anthos. So the game story is as follows. Explore the amazing world of Anthos. The land of Anthos was a peaceful and harmonious land watched over by the harvest goddess and the harvest sprites who protected the inhabitants of Anthos from natural disasters such as storms, earthquakes, and the like. However, one day, 10 years ago, Anthos experienced a severe volcanic eruption that threatened life on Anthos itself, and the harvest goddess and the harvest sprites had to use all their remaining power to keep the people and the animals of Anthos safe. This left the different villages across the land blocked off from each other. Some unfortunate souls even got trapped outside of their villages and were unable to return. Believing that the separated villages and people would one day be reconnected, the harvest goddess sent out a bottle with a letter and a magic key. Then she fell into a deep sleep. Now, 10 years later, you have found the SOS that the harvest goddess sent to the world in the form of a message in a bottle. With the help of your wacky inventor friend Doc Jr. and many others, it'll be up to you to revive the harvest goddess and the harvest sprites, as well as reconnect all of the villages of Anthos with each other. Farm all around Anthos using Doc's new and improved Expando farm. Easily move from place to place and farm everywhere from snowy mountains to beautiful beaches. Keep and raise different kinds of cows, chickens, and sheep in your barn, and find even more exotic animals to keep out in the wild of Anthos. So that snippet is straight from their marketing campaign, that storyline and everything. And I felt like that was very in-depth and really thought out, so I was very surprised by that. So this game is going to be $49.99, and it's going to be available on Nintendo Switch, PC, PS4, PS5, and Xbox. For PC, this game is only controller supported, which is very different, but I guess it makes sense because the other ones are all played with controller, like the other systems. But for PC, it only uses controller support, so you have to have a controller if you want to play this one on PC. If you don't have a controller, you'll either have to pick one up or you're going to have to pass on this game if you only have a PC available to play with. This game is not multiplayer, it's a single player game. In recent years, the Harvest Moon series hasn't had a great track record for their games. They've felt very low budget, unfinished, and missing a lot in the games. So keep that in mind if you're choosing to get this game, that since Natsume started doing the development for the games instead of Marvelous, that the games did take a bit of a hit to the quality in terms of the developers changing around. This game has 5 bachelors and 5 bachelorettes, and you can marry any gender. There are unique pets in this game, so if you want to have dinosaurs but you want more of an open world and farming, then maybe this one would be an option for you, because dinosaurs are an option for one of the unique pets, as well as Bengal tigers and wolves. This game is open world with 5 major towns, and eventually you can fast travel between the different towns using the Harvest Goddess. A big downfall of this one is that apparently the game days are only 8 minutes long, and there is no game day slider or anything to customize the time. From watching the gameplay, I'm not sure how the tool mechanics work, but it looked like it was similar to Fae Farm in that you walk up to the soil and it automatically knows that the soil is not tilled and you might want to till it, and it gives you the option. So it looks like it's similar to Fae Farm in those mechanics, which is going to be a good thing. So you should buy this one if you're okay to spend $50 on a game that has a bad track record in the recent years of their game releases. You should buy this one if you're interested in the open world concept and having 5 different towns to travel between. And you should buy this one if you want an invested storyline. You should also buy this one if you want there to be a variety of strange animals, as well as your typical farm animals like cows and ducks and sheep and all of that. And this game does have romance, so if you want that included in a game, then that is something also to consider. So those are all of the games. I'm curious which one you are choosing to pick up, or if there are several that you're picking up, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to find out. Hopefully you guys can make a decision based on the price point, the content of the game, and all of that based on this video. I really hope it helped you out. And if you like this video, please check out the others on my channel. You can also subscribe to be notified when I upload next, and I'd really appreciate it. Please follow me on Twitch, as I do stream there very, very often, and I'm gonna hopefully, maybe, I'm saying this again, maybe start streaming on YouTube. I'd really like to start doing that, but I always say that and then I'm like, never mind, I'm gonna pause on that, but like, I don't know, just subscribe just in case. Okay, yeah. So that's all for this video. Check out my other ones here, and bye!